upbeat than the last one. So hey guys, tonight we're gonna talk a lot about social media because that's kind of how most of us got here, if we're being honest, right? And so do me a favor, just in the Zoom chat really quick, type in what state you're dialing in from, right? You're zooming in from. You're right, not state of mind, right? But what state are you coming from? There's only 20 of us on the call. So Mississippi, Utah, Florida, South Carolina. So the first four people that typed were from different states. Indiana, right? Florida, again, okay, Arizona, Louisiana. Out of the 19 people that are on, we're represented in seven different states. That's crazy, right? So just like Georgia, okay, boom, eight, right? Half of the people that are on the call are in different states. Look at that. I mean, look at the power of reach. Now think about if you removed social media from that equation, how many people would be here? Me and Jen Sutherland and Sean, because we're the only ones in Florida, right? Not many, exactly. So a lot of people sort of they look at social media and they get sort of like, right? But you've got to look at it as just a tool, right? And so in Primerica, one of the fundamentals is prospecting. It's learning how to talk to people. Well, social media just gives you a different way to prospect. It's not the only way, it's just a way. Think about this too. What if you live in a very, very small town, right? And then all of a sudden you go, oh, well, I only know like six people because we have, a donkey and half a traffic light. Cool, right? But if you've got 1,000 friends on Facebook that are in 20 different states, well, you have massive reach with a bunch of different markets. So I just want you like just perspective matters, right? I want you to think about social media as a tool, not as just some sort of gimmicky thing where kids are taking pictures and putting Snapchat filters on and that sort of stuff, right? So think about it as a way to broaden your reach and expand, right? Have you guys ever heard like the Hollywood theory of like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or something, where like you can't go like more than 6 movies away from an actor or something without getting back to him? It's a weird theory, but it works mathematically. It's really strange. Well, your social media network is kind of the same way, right? Like if you pull from a mutual friend of a mutual friend of a mutual friend of a mutual friend of a mutual friend, within 6 linkages, you will know somebody. It's weird. It's weird. Welcome to Facebook. Here's a fun way to think about prospecting. How do you get your district promotion if you're brand new? We say sprint to district. How many recruits do you need to do that if you're brand new and your fast start bonus? 3 by 3, right? So if you pulled up everybody do this, please. Like this is an exercise. Pull up your Facebook right now, and somewhere in your scroll feed is Facebook suggesting you a mutual friend. Promise you, guaranteed, right? Well, what are they trying to do? They're trying to expand your network, and they say, hey, here's some mutual friends, here's some mutual friends. Recruit them to your Facebook profile so that you can expand your market and expand your network. Sound familiar? Facebook was built to connect people, literally the definition, right? Built to connect people. And so if you leverage the social media tool for what it was designed to do, it will help you. That's the way to think about it. All right. So I'm going to start off with some just announcements, right? Because every month there's something new happening from home office. And so we're gonna hit that. You knew I had to bring my cat, right? I love this guy. This dude is my spirit animal. I love this freaking cat. Anyway, and he told me I didn't need the cat. He said I am the cat. But okay, whatever. Listen, East Coast Builder School tickets. I bought a block of tickets so that they are just a flat 20 bucks. If you need a ticket, Chastity, right? Thanks for reaching out earlier. You go on and you buy the ticket like normal, but before you pay, text me and I will send you the like discount code, the coupon code, because when you check out, it will be free. Then you send me 20 bucks times the number of tickets you bought. Deal? Right? If you went and did it right now, even with the early bird pricing and you bought 2 tickets, it would cost you, I don't know, 52 or 53 bucks. If you do 2 tickets and you let me help you, right? The whole Jerry Maguire thing, help me help you, it'll only cost 40. I have friends, right? But once these ones are gone, they're gone. They're not gonna like Rick's not gonna let me buy another block of tickets at 20 bucks. Okay. So if you need one, right? And it doesn't matter if you're coming in person, it doesn't matter if you're just gonna watch it on Zoom, it's 20 bucks, right? Just text me beforehand and then however you want. Cash App, Venmo, Zelle. If I see you in person and you want to hand me a 20 bucks, whatever, right? Okay. Why is it not moving? Good Lord. Okay. Hey, listen, February, if you're in your field training bonus right now, and I don't care if you started a month ago or 2 months ago, but you've still got a bonus eligible, right now you have a chance of it getting $300 bonus versus 200. Every recruit, every thousand in premium. Even right now, if you've got a recruit and you're short on premium a little bit, if you do a policy this month, your bonus is going to increase by $300. Conversely, if you've got premium and you're missing a recruit, if you add a recruit, it's going to jump by $300. Yeah, exactly. Deanna had done some training policy-wise last month. She was heavy on premium, came in with two recruits this month. Her bonus jumped by $600, right? It's there. So look, right now we're saying three for a G because if you do 3 by 3 in February, you're going to bank $900 bonus plus 50 for logging into your app. And if you came in last month, you've still got the extra 50 potential for finishing your licensing within the first 30 days. Guys, you three for a G, right? And so if you're going to do that, heck, let's shoot for 1500. 1500. If you're going to do 5 by 5, if you were going to do 5 by 5 anyway, do it. Make an extra 500 bucks. I'll take it. Hey, it's Primerica's money, guys. We're going to help you get it. All right. We're going to help you get it. Also, don't forget that if you're competing or if you would like to earn a trip, you need to be fired up this month because if you truly think that you're going to compete to earn the Broadmoor trip in August, you 100% have to get reset this month. If you if you don't understand what that means, I'll save 10 minutes at the end and I'll go over competition scoreboards and everything, okay? But here's like right now. So like Chastity, I looked at your points the other day. You're at like 150 some odd thousand, right? If you this month right now get one recruit and 1,000 in premium, and you don't have to be licensed. If field training premium counts, right? So if we just put it on you as a trainee, you're going to get reset at the end of February when the month clicks over and all of the points have been tallied. Whatever the last person that is earning the trip, I think right now that person has like 500,000 points. You don't get 150,000. You jump all the way up to whatever they have at the end of the month. So you would jump from like 150,000 points to probably 650,000. And you're at that point competing and earning the trip, right? It levels the playing field. Primerica does this every single trip competition, guys, because for the people that have been around for 3 months, if somebody just came in, well, levels the playing field, right? They got comfortable. Now you're competing, you're right on their heels. Boom. Everybody works a little bit harder. Or if you're like, I'm earning the trip right now, I wouldn't get reset into last place. That would be kind of booty, right? So they're going to give me 150,000 points when I get reset. They'll give you whatever will be better for you, more beneficial, right? It's just a way to kind of put everybody back on the same playing field, right? So guys, listen, this is the reworked promotion fast start schedule for February. It's the exact same thing you're used to seeing, but the bonuses have been reworked for 300 for 3 by 3. Okay. Look, one recruit and 1,000 in premium this month gets you your first promotion, and it also gets you a $300 bonus. $300 bonus plus your 50 for logging in. If you came in last month and you've got the extra 50 still, you could be in a position to have a $400 bonus. We have people right now that have a $100 bonus credit banked. They have one recruit, they need 1,000 in premium, and their bonus will jump to 400. Oh, by the way, if you never do a 1 by 1, right? You don't get a recruit and you don't get 1,000 in training premium, your bonus when you get licensed will be a goose egg. Big fat zero. It doesn't matter what amount of credits are banked. Okay. So in order to get that licensing deposit, however you want to think about it, how if you want to get that back, you have to do a 1 by 1. Well, here's the other thing. If you did 1,000 in premium right now, licensed at a 25% contract, what's the most that you would make? What's 1,000 times 25%? Or what's 25% of 1,000? Think about it like that. 250, right? So if you did 1,000 right now, unlicensed, and had it go to your bonus, at a minimum, your bonus is going to jump to 350. So guys, look, you're going to make more money this month doing something unlicensed than you would if you waited until you were licensed. If that's not an incentive to get in the field and set some appointments, like, come on, let's go, right? Huge, huge. So, and it goes all the way up. Look, it's unlimited. So for reference, when I got licensed, none of this existed, right? These extra money, none of this existed. I did 15 by 15. I started with a $3,000 bonus and a 70% contract. If I'd have had this, my bonus would have been another $1,500 more. It's crazy. I'd have been happy. I was happy with 3 grand, but come on, right? It's even more. It's free money. It's free money. All right. So social media explosion, full transparency and credit. I asked Casey if I could have her social media uh, slideshow from months ago, whenever she did it. And so that's why it says Redline Titans. Casey and I worked together a lot because she came from our base shop initially. She was replacement. All right. So if you see some of the pictures and stuff on here, yes, it is going to be like from her stuff. So back to the whole, how did you get here? Right? The reason we use social media, the reason we use Facebook is we're 100% remote. And then two, it's kind of how you got here. Oh, by the way, it's free, right? So kind of what we're going to cover tonight, we're going to teach you to master the Facebook algorithm. And if you were happy and you saw enough value to come here, why wouldn't you want to give it back to somebody else and give them a shot, right? Oh, by the way, we want to grow your team and grow your bonus as fast as possible and get you into the rhythm of doing this so you can duplicate. Okay. When we run the play, right? It's just your social media post. There's 3 Ps. We call it, public, picture, pinned, or pin, picture, public. I don't care how you think about it, but those 3 things need to happen, right? When you make your post, it needs to be public. So if you can see here, right, I know it's kind of small, right? Maybe get your readers out. The little globe, that's right. That means it's public. When it's posted and you've got the little earth there, that means it's public. It means it's shareable. Okay. When you want to pin the post, hers is already pinned, I believe, so that's why you can't see it. But you click the 3 dots, and then you can pin it, you can edit it. If for some reason you're in a situation where you can't pin your post, don't stress, don't freak out. Sometimes it happens, just roll with it. But if you know you can't pin your post, please, 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 please do not post random stuff 10 times a day. Because if you make your opportunity post and then within an hour you post 10 recipes, well, it's buried. It's gone, right? If somebody comes to your page, you're not going to see it. So you definitely want to leave it posted. If you want to save the recipes, save them into a folder for yourself. Don't post them on your page, right? And we'll talk about some social media cleanup stuff today as well. Okay. So make your post, right? You want it to be public. You want it to have a nice picture of yourself. If you don't want to use one of your kids or whatever, I don't care. Think about, guys, your social media is your calling card. If we're using social media to leverage in terms of recruiting people, you want to portray an image that conveys to somebody, hey, like, look, I am someone that can get you where you want to go, right? So if you've got a like a profile picture up and it's from college and you were, enjoying yourself maybe a little too much, you got a 40 in one hand and something smoky in the other, might be time to upgrade, right? And it doesn't have to be fancy. Look, you don't got to go pay hundreds of dollars for like headshots. Look, get a simple plain background, right? Put on a collared shirt, put on a suit jacket if you're a dude. Ladies, I don't know what you want to wear, but look presentable, right? Look like someone that you would trust with your money, right? That's really kind of the way to think about it. It's your brand. You're building your brand. So your social media is your calling card, your brand, okay? And so the talk to your trainers, guys, they'll give you the verbiage and everything that you need to post. One thing I will say though, let me back this up, right? This is just sort of like the stock basic uh like opportunity post, right? What I would like you guys to do is up here, because we've had like sometimes they get reported, right? People get sort of like social media, ranger, and they report something because they think they're doing the world, like a social justice, but they need to chill. Put something up here at the top that says, yes, this is me. I didn't get hacked. I'm super excited about this thing, whatever. Make it sound like you. But that's also why you want to use a picture of yourself when you post it, because the odds of somebody reporting it then way low. Okay. Sometimes it's not people, sometimes it's the algorithm, but most of the time it's some salty person. All right. So understanding the algorithm. Anytime someone comments, guys, and look, this goes for your own just like regular posts that you make just about life and whatever, because you want to keep your algorithm for your social media working, right? You don't want it to be like dead, peak, dead. You want it to just sort of be like even keel because that keeps your profile like in people's feed, right? When they open it, they're seeing you. And so anytime someone comments on something, use your little heart emoji. It gets more social media algorithm juice than the thumb, right? So use the heart emoji, click reply, it'll drop their name down here. And then you see how this ends with a question right here? Hey, fantastic. Can I send you a message with some info? Can I message you the info? Can I question, right? When it ends with a question, just generally, people tend to respond. Okay. And so that's the reason that we end it with a question. If you just said, hey, Sean, great, I'll DM you. She has no reason to reply back. There's no reason to re-engage the post. When you comment and then you get a reply to the comment, that's called a genuine connection, and the Facebook algorithm really likes that. It's the same algorithm for Instagram, it's TikTok, Snapchat. It doesn't matter. All of the social media algorithms work the same way. All right. And so here's another thing that I want you to focus on. Did somebody get tagged on one of these? How many of you guys have seen like on your post or on somebody's post, somebody comes and comments, but they comment like Chastity comments and she tags Emily Haynes, and that's it, right? She didn't say anything, she just tagged a friend. Well, think about that person. Well, that person is a helper automatically because they wanted their friend to see it, right? Two, go reply to that comment and say, hey, Chastity, thanks so much. Can you shoot Emily a message so that she sees this? Right? She's likely going to do it. I don't know who that is, but y'all are crunching some chips. We gotta stop that. What is happening? Josh, bro. That's all right. It gives me a chance to take a sip. But don't just leave that comment there, right? Reply to that comment, ask them to send a message, because who knows? That it might just trigger an extra comment. She might actually send that message so that person goes and checks it out. Okay. All of these people that are commenting, you just had a list built for you. That's really the way to think about this, right? You didn't have to come up with another list. You had a list made for you. And so when somebody comments, then like if you're brand new, you're going to take you, right? You're going to make a message with Melissa Jane here, right? Because you're friends, theoretically, right? Because if I just send Melissa a message, she's not going to see it. It's going to go to her message request folder. It's going to be buried. The odds that she ever sees it are pretty low. But Chastity, you're friends with her, right? You send a message to Melissa and put me in the group message. And if you're not ready to run your own chats yet, just say, "Hey, Melissa, right? This is Noah. He's going to help you out because I'm just getting started." Done. Period. Right? Then your job is to smile and nod and just watch, right? Because at that point, your trainer's job is to run the play, use the scripts. Okay. Does that all make sense, guys? Okay. Questions on any of this? It's pretty straightforward. The tricky thing is you need to actually engage the posts. And I know it feels like work, right? You're kind of curating your social media, but I promise you it will pay dividends. Okay. So here's just sort of some of the basics of like making the actual post. Choose a professional slash appropriate picture. Guys, you don't need Snapchat filters, right? You don't need little puppy dog ears. This is not that kind of thing, please, right? Think about the professional type of nature of financial services in the industry. Okay. Post is up, pin it, change the privacy so it's public. The reason it needs to be public, guys, is that way when it's shared, people will actually see it. Because if it's set to friends and somebody shares it, well, now it's like friends and friends and friends. And so the market is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. Make sure your trainer is tagged because if they're not tagged, the odds of them being able to see it and help you with it right? It kind of goes way down. Okay. Heart every comment, answer all of the comments with questions. One of the most common things people say to me at this point is, well, what do I say? Say whatever you want. Just don't sound like a robot. Hey, Sean, can I message you? Hey, Chastity, can I DM you? Hey, Emily, can I send you some more info? Hey, Matt, I sent you the info. Did you see it? But here's the fun part. Here's the trick. You're not waiting for that person to reply to the comment. You're just going to make the group message and send that first chat no matter what. Because if you wait for them to reply, they might not see it until like 10:30 at night. And now you're playing like weird, sort of like Facebook comment tag. No, just send the freaking message. If they reply on the comment. Who cares? But the whole purpose is like getting them to see that and reply. But if they just replied, right? Or if they just commented and you get in there pretty quickly, the odds of them seeing it and replying, pretty good. Okay. Set up that chat with your trainer and then look, always ask for shares from your friends and family. Guys, they're your friends and family. Do you think they're likely going to help if you ask for help? Yeah, most likely, especially if it's something as simple as, hey, Sean, could you do me a favor? Could you share that post that I just put up? Did you see that? Awesome. Listen, you might know somebody looking. It'd be awesome if you did. And if not, who knows, right? And if it doesn't go anywhere, you can take it down in a few days. I don't care. How hard is that? It's not, right? It's easy. Guys, the goal for your shares is double digits, right? Shoot for 10 and then shoot for 20. Because if you hit 10 or 20 shares on a post, it's going to start exploding. And I promise you, if you're feeling like overwhelmed at some point, just talk to your trainer, right? And we will help you with that. I promise, right? It's not too much. It's not too much. Tag your trainer, three-way chat. Does everyone know how to make a group chat on social media, on Facebook specifically? I would assume so. Yeah. And guys, just be real. Tell people you're new, right? Tell people you're new. Hey, this is my trainer, right? He or she's gonna give you all the info concerning the post. I'm still new, right? Trainer, can you help us out? Sure. Perfect, of course. Right. Here's a big one for a lot of people, right? And Casey knows this really well because when she first came into the business, I think when she started her social media, Facebook wise, was somewhere around, I don't know, 750, 800 people. And I said, Casey, if you really want to like go after this thing and you want it to be big, you need to be at somewhere between 12 to 1500. And it's because of the algorithm. Because whenever you post something, only 5 to like 8% of the people in your like feed are ever going to see it. So if you have 1,000 friends, 50 might see it. I'm not talking react. 50 might see it, right? And if you have 500 friends, 25, you get the idea, right? You get the idea when it comes to the math. And so that goes back to why the shares are so important. But I think Facebook will allow you to add, I don't know, 20, 50 if you space it out a little bit. Like if you sit there and like try to like turbo add, like speed date through like 20 mutual friends, it's going to stop you. It's going to say, hey, you can't use this feature right now, right? It thinks you're a bot. So do 10, right? And then in an hour or so, do another 10. Do 5 if you're afraid, right? But at some point, it will block you. Not like your profile's blocked. It'll just say, hey, you can't use this feature right now. Like go for a walk, right? Go touch grass. Get off your phone. That's what your Facebook is trying to like tell you get outside. So try to add as many friends as you can daily. Look, this is where you kind of get to judge a book by its cover, right? If you've got, some mutual friends from college and their profile picture is still that 40 and he's smoking a J, he ain't the one. You're using your social media to grow macho clients, right? You want people that are married with kids that are in market and have a potential to see what you're doing. Okay. So 50 to 100 friends daily, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but you should be adding at least 5 to 10 every day, no matter what, right? No matter what. Your Facebook is going to tell you who to add, guys. It's going to say, hey, people you may know, right? Scroll through them jokers. If there's no mutual friends, I wouldn't start there. I would go with like 3, 5, 10 mutual friends. They're already sort of in market. You have a connection, whether you realize it or not. Okay. Find pages or groups with similar interests. Now, I will say if you're in groups already, The groups are for harvesting, not for planting. Now, what the hell does that mean? Okay. If you go into some of those groups and you try to put up an opportunity post or something, the admin for that group is likely going to block it and you're going to get reported. Okay. Just because of the way the groups work, they have different rules. And so, yeah, Matt was harvested. Matt commented on something, or I don't even remember what happened. And Melissa replied to his comment, said, "Hey, we own a brokerage. You should talk to my husband, linked us up. Here he is." Right? Harvesting, not planting. Okay. Don't go on these like uh there's one around here. It's like something something like jobs. You get the idea, right? Who what kind of people are generally in those groups? Unemployed, right? Don't have money, not the right kind of person that you can be a client. Okay. So that you would want as a client. That you do not go into those groups trying to hire people, right? But if you're in a group and somebody mentions something like your community group, right? Your whatever, and somebody's looking for services or looking for, hey, does anybody know anybody hiring X, Y, Z? Yep, I run a brokerage, right? Yeah, would love to chat, right? Harvesting, right? Meaning you're in there already, sort of organically. And if something comes up, somebody asks a question, somebody wants help with something, you take from that, right? But you don't go into that group, Sean, and try to plant a seed and make a post inside of that group. You're going to get reported, you're going to get booted, right? It's a no-go, okay? It's just not a good place. It's generally not a good market in the first place, especially if you're in like employment groups and that sort of thing. It's not really where you want to be. Okay. On here for the family business rule. Your social media is what your people, your friends want to see because it's where you post pictures of your kids, your family, your everything, right? If you try to like, I have a friend that used to sell Tupperware, or maybe she still does. I don't know, because I unfollowed her because that's all she posted 3 times a day, every day. And you know how much engagement every single one of those posts received? Zero. Like not a like, not a share, nothing because she had burned out her market. And then you got people like me, like when she did post something about her kids, I mean, everybody liked it. But the problem was it was like 3 to 4 things about Tupperware every single day. Nobody wants to see that. So please do not do that with Primerica stuff. Don't. Okay. Remember, your social media stuff is your brand. Okay. I had a young kid yesterday. He's a friend of my nephew's. He reached out to my nephew and then got to my sister and said, uh, dude, did your uncle like literally just like fly across the country, go to a football game, and then fly home in the same day? He goes, yeah, he's freaking Seahawks, man. He goes, how did he do that? He's like, I don't know. He runs a brokerage. He's probably got a lot of money. That kid's getting recruited next week. He's 18. Why not? He wants to take a chance. Like, hell yeah, buddy. There's a dude down here right now. His name's Nelson. He's 19. He's made 100 grand. He's an RVP. What are your questions? It's possible. I said, is it probable? Is it normal that an 18-year-old has or a 19-year-old has that much success? No. But if he can, other people can. That's all you need to know, right? So remember, it's your brand, right? People are looking at that. People are always watching, always watching. Only post your opportunity post once, guys. Once you have it up, don't reshare your own post. Don't do stuff like that, please. Right? You can use a feature called highlight. So you can go onto your own post, comment, and say at highlight. You can do that up to 3 times a week. You can also, and Matt taught me this, it was cool, right? You can have somebody else comment on your post with at highlight, and then it goes to some of their market. So kind of a cool way to do that. Now, if you're not getting a whole lot of engagement and I go to your post and the last like 13 comments say at highlight, at highlight, at highlight, don't do that. Delete some of those old ones before you go redo it again. Make sense? Right? Kind of try to keep it clean. Try to keep it clean. All right. No social media? No problem, right? Look, have somebody share something for you, right? Have someone even better, have someone make a post for you. Like, how many of you guys right now have ever asked someone to make a post for you? Not share your post, but make a post for you, right? Yeah, me too, Sean, right? It's a great way to generate brand new activity. Why? Because especially if someone has never shared something for you in the past or made a post for you in the past, you have a brand new market that's never even seen it. And you never know what's going to happen, right? So better than having someone share your post is having them make a post for you. The rules still apply, right? Make the post, right? Tag you now instead of tagging your trainer. So they tag you, but then have them use a personal picture of themselves so that way their people see it and they go, oh, well, Emily used a picture of herself. It must be real. Okay. What can you do to grow faster? Here, I mean, some of this we've already talked about, but ask for shares on your personal post. Have good market friends post a new one for you. When we say good market, guys, we're meaning, right, multiple, right? Ideally, at least 500 to 1,000 friends. The more the merrier, the more the better, right? You want them to be married with kids or single with kids. Ideally, you want kids involved because generally, people that are married and have kids know lots of other people that are married and have kids. Sometimes it's an age demographic, sometimes it's just a fact of life. Like we had kids super young, right? Evan's 18, I'm 44. We had kids super young, right? And so, but we missed, like, we never had a lot of friends that were single. All of our friends, even from the time we were in our early 20s, had kids. Why? Because we couldn't go party with those people anymore. It just didn't work. We got a baby, right? You want to come party over here? Sure, right? But it didn't work. So we just had friends that had kids. It's natural. Okay. Here's a big one. Like when you're brand new, you're going to be super tempted to let people book on your calendar on like out into like May. Like, oh, I'm so busy. I'll see you in May. Like, no, you won't. Right? People try to do that, be like, hey, listen, I totally get it. I know you've got 30 minutes between now and Saturday. When's better for you? Right? Let's just grab you a new spot. And if we have to reschedule because it doesn't work, we'll reschedule. But I'd rather have you, okay? Open your calendar up, especially when it comes to like interviews and recruit calls for multiple bookings. Hear me on this, right? Because if you don't, especially if you are running appointments on a weekend, right, your calendar is going to go from 7, 8, 10 appointments, like all back to back to back to back, to all of them start canceling back to back to back to back to back. And then now you thought you had 8, 9, 10 appointments and you had maybe one. But if you had 3 or 4 per hour that were double and triple booked, well, then you let the ones confirm, and if you get confirmed and you're double booked, you shop that thing out to somebody else. Let somebody else run it. Because I promise you, somebody else's appointment canceled too, and they've got time. Okay. You have way more help than you realize. Okay. And then save posts in a folder. I'll kind of show you some of my own just so you kind of get an idea here in a second. Get the scripts, guys. Don't go out there and don't go rogue. Don't go trying to make up your own thing, right? If you stick to the script, and I will show you an exact reason why we stick to the script here with one that I just ran last night. If you stick to the script, it works on purpose. Okay. Because otherwise you end up trying to like spend way too much time like giving people information. They're just takers. Okay. Show them when they show up to the interview. All right. Here's the big one, right? Officially licensed. Whenever you guys pass your exams, you need to go make a post about it. This is not, buy, join, sell, whatever. No, 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 no. It's from a position of gratitude, and you're just letting the world know that you're official. So excited. I passed my state exam, got my like Florida license for, right? You need to do that. One, it's going to increase your algorithm. Two, people are going to see that it's legit because I promise you they're watching. From day one, they saw your first post and they're like, I'm gonna I'm gonna just see. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna see what happens. And then you come back and you say, "Oh, I got a license. Oh, I got an investment license. Oh, I got," right? They're watching. I promise you, they're always watching. Right? Sort of like Monsters Inc. They're always watching. Why is this not working? Hold on. Go away. There we go. Not you. Don't go away. Don't go away. All right. So let me show you really quick on the scripting side of things. why why it matters. Who was that lady? Where'd she go? She's in here somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. All right. So she reached out. This was in my message request folder, right? She said, "Hey, I'm a friend of a friend. Nice to meet you." Blah, blah, blah. "Hey, thanks. I'm looking for a full-time position for myself. Can you tell me more?" Yep, absolutely. Are you working? Why did I ask that? Because I want to know if there's going to be a conflict, right? Long thing. No, I'm not. I'm happy to send you a resume. Blah, blah, blah. I need to know more about the position. Could you send a description that includes pay, requirements, expectations? That would be great. Thank you. What did I send? The canned verbiage, right? Boom. I ain't listening to that, right? Then, hey, no issues passing a background check. Why? Because that's the last thing I asked. Did she even read the rest of it? I don't know. But the last thing was a question about a background check. No issues passing a background check. It sounds exciting. What's the pay like before or after licensing, as well as expected duration, blah, 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 blah. Hey, let's have an online interview. Show you what we're doing. Talk about different positions. Go over the pay. See if we'd be a good fit for each other. I have availability this week. What's better? Tomorrow or the day after? Done. Right? This sounds good. Audio or video? And I said Zoom. So is video required? Like, I'm already getting pushback, right? Do you think you're going to show up to an interview for a job and not have to show your face? Like, let's be real, right? So I just said, yeah, for an interview, ideally. Thanks. I can get back to you tomorrow with my availability. No, boom. Next thing. Hey, go on to my schedule. Pick a time that works. Let me know when you're done. Did she book yet? No. But how much time did I waste trying to like answer and reply and go through all of her questions? None, because I don't got time for that. You want information? Book a freaking appointment and I'll see you whenever you book. Do not, I repeat, do not get suckered into answering all these idiots' questions because they're just time thieves. That's all they are. That's all they are. If if they really want the information, do you think they'll book an appointment? Yes, they will, right? And oh, by the way, if somebody is too, let's just use a nice word, incompetent, to click a calendar link and book an appointment and get back to me to tell me what time that they booked, do I really want that person around anyway? No. So here's the other thing. Don't chase people. Don't chase people, right? Because if you chase people, you come after them, you feel and you sound desperate, like you need them. You don't need them. Remember, you put something up, they commented, they reached out to you. So who needs who? If you put up an opportunity and somebody commented, they're interested, they needed you. You didn't ask them to comment, right? So don't chase these knuckleheads. Okay. Last thing, really quick, when it comes to saving posts, like if somebody makes a post for you, you want to be able to track that appropriately, right? And so, for example, over here on the saved thing on the side, and I'm on my like I'm on my Mac, obviously. So on your phone, it'll look a little differently, but I'm on my Mac. Look, saved right here, right? These are all posts. Save them always. Why? Because if they're saved, I can go back to them. I don't have to like mentally remember. I don't need to write it down. I don't need no, it's all there, right? And so let's just randomly click on one. Okay, perfect. So this is Tennille's, right? So if we look at Tennille's Facebook, she's probably got maybe 300 Facebook friends. Relatively small market. That's okay, right? Picture of herself, great picture. 11 comments. Back to market size, right? Here's something we want to make sure too. All comments. So we want all comments on because you don't want something to get missed. And so here's where we could probably do a little better, right? Tennille never hearted these, never replied to these. And again, every comment, every comment. She did do add highlight, so that's perfect, right? Can you share this post for her? Yeah. So the engagement is good, right? It's moving back and forth. Here's what I want you guys to see right here, shares. So one, two, three, four people shared, and then it says and four more. Those other shares, they're not public. So this one was shared, right? Comments, you can see that. That's good. Heart that. I can't comment on it from here, but that's okay. But this is a way that comments get lost, right? Okay, she finally, so Tennille got in here and was actually replying. But a lot of times what happens is people will come on here and comment and then it never gets engaged. Like, see this one? See how it's not public? That one should be public, right? And it hasn't been liked or commented, so that means it's not being tracked. I promise you, right? So there's probably like if you went to this post somewhere, there's a good chance, and see how I can't comment on this? There's like restrictions, it's been shared some way to where I if I since I'm not friends with that person, I can't share it. Like I can't comment on it, right? So these are just things you need to be watching for, right? So if you see somebody share your post and you've got 8 shares, but you can't see all of them, they're not public, right? And so you want to go save all of those, go click on those, go save them into a new folder, and then track comments for that. And then the last thing is when you actually, I'll use one of the shares. All right, see how it says save post? That's how you do it, right? So I just click the 3 dots, save post, and then turn on notifications because that way, if somebody goes and comments and there's traffic happening, I will get a notification for that. Guys, look, the only way to actually keep up on this stuff is to get it into a battle rhythm of some sort, right? Get it into just a regular rhythm of checking on things. Otherwise, if you're not inspecting it and you're not following up with it, you're going to miss it. And if you're not going to follow up with it, you shouldn't have, like, why'd you do it in the first place? Okay. Questions? Anything so far? Mm-mm-mm.
Never saved mine, but I'll do that now. That's a
I
great
mean,
news for me.
you don't need to save your own, right?
No, no, no. I mean, like posts that I posted,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
or and like, I was doing the like, not the heart,
Mhm.
and people that I have share, like a couple of them had no, they're not technology savvy
Right.
or anything. So what do you do with them?
Shoot them a message or walk them through it while they're doing it. Like, hey, Sean, if I sent you something to post, girl, would you be open to posting that for me? Awesome. Hey, listen, do me a favor. Do you got like 5 minutes? Let's just do it now because I want to make sure it works. One, now I can walk you through it. Two, you ain't gonna forget about it because I'm telling you we're doing it right now. Right? And then just sort of like walk them through that step by step. Hey, you on your phone or you at your computer? That way you kind of know what you're working with. Hey, do me a favor. Here's a picture, or just use a nice picture of you. Here's the verbiage. Post this. Say something at the top that's nice, that sounds like you. And hey, this is really me. This is my friend. It's her financial firm. Blah blah blah. Done. Right? Make it public. Do you not do that? You see the little thing that says like the world, right? Not the little people, but the world. That one. Yeah, perfect. Done. All right. Just walk them through it. Walk them through it. Anybody else? 8:42. Doing good on time. No? Good. Okay, guys, listen. The the social media, like the running. Oh, Crystal, go ahead. Hand is up. Where'd you go?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep, I can now.
Okay, my audio wasn't working. Okay, I have a question about something. I have people that have reached out and have personally inboxed me instead of commenting on the post.
Oh, good
And
one.
I would
Thank you. I
ask,
missed that.
and then they will keep asking me about the pay, what they got to do. And I tell them, go comment on my post, let me know that you're interested, and then I will get you in a group with I'll say supervisor. And I'll be like, I'm new at this. I'm in training.
Yeah.
I can't give you no information at the moment.
Hmm.
And then they'll be like, all right, so obviously you're fake. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
So the people that are commenting, you don't know, is that, or
No,
you
it's
do
just
know?
people that that they'll either comment, yes, people I don't know, and then there's people that do know me. And then I'm
Yeah,
like, hey, I'll even FaceTime you to prove that I'm not fake. I'm not a robot. This is
gotcha.
me.
Yeah.
I'll try to make them feel comfortable about the situation.
Yep. So the best thing you can do with those people is uh one, like when somebody messages you directly, the thing I always do is I say, "Hey, can you do me a favor? I'm super busy. Can you just comment on the post that you saw?" right? Because now, right? And they'll be like, "Hey, why?" Like, I'm super busy. People are messaging me. I just want to keep track of you. I just want to make sure I don't miss you, right? Or I don't forget to message you or whatever. But that's one, now it's another comment on the post. Two, it's true because if you go back to that post and they're commenting there, you're not going to go look for their message, right? So it's making you a list is really like the main thing. And if they're asking you all those questions and they're not willing to like just go into a group message, screw them, right? Listen, broken skeptical stays that way, period, right? Broken skeptical stays that way. If they're not even willing to just go into like if they already sent you a message that you weren't guaranteed to see, but they're unwilling to go into a group message to actually get the info, some people can't be helped, right? And if they sent you a message, say, hey, listen, I'm just gonna add somebody to the group, right? They'll answer all your questions, right? Her name is Haley, Serena, no, it doesn't matter, right? Just add them and make the group. And then if they don't want to listen at that point, you can't fix that. That's not on you. Right? And so and so back up though, like people that don't know you, that the odds of that happening are much higher because it's a cold market and people are skeptical, which is natural, right? And they should be. Like some level of healthy skepticism is good. But people that know you, that should never happen because they know you, right? Because they know you. But kind of back to the original idea of like when you make that post, put some verbiage up at the top that says, yes, this is me, right? I'm expanding side hustle, whatever sort of words sound like you, right? That's a big one. Um, Anybody else? Questions? Questions? One other thing while you guys are getting up the courage to ask a question, if you have one, um, the other day, and this was, I mean, sort of like impromptu, a very, very generic thing that sort of had a lot of, um, not, I mean, obviously not this one specifically, but just this verbiage took off, right? Angela's post that had that on it was probably one of the most like engaged posts that she's had in a hot minute. Why did I not pull up? Boom. Who do you know looking for a remote position? 46 comments and 2 shares. Boom. Even Angela, though, she's a pro. Look, no public shares. No public shares, right? But if I come over here and I look at all the comments, there will likely not be a single missed comment, right? Boom, boom, boom. She's already got them. Okay. So that's good. That's what I would expect from her. But look, you don't get what you expect, you get what you inspect, right? So 2 people shared it, but it's not public. So I don't know who it is. I guarantee you Angela doesn't know, and she's probably not tracking it. There's 2 more shares worth of info out there that are being missed, right? Great point. Great point. Message requests, right? Message requests, like guys, people are going to message you and you're going to miss it because it's going to go into a black hole. Oh, goodness. Hang on. Called message requests. Okay. So honestly, I don't even remember how to get here from. Oh, here you go. All right. So I'm on my desktop, so different than the phone, right? But if you click these 3 dots and you hit message requests, there's some that are going to be from people, some that are going to be bots, right? They're going to be spam. But sometimes if somebody messages you that you don't know and you don't have a mutual friend, it's going to go there as like a filter. Okay. And so I don't have any right now. So that's good. Spam, good. Right. I keep it relatively clean. I go in there every couple of days at least. But I'm human, I forget. And that's where I found that one lady. Okay. So check those because you might have like messages from eons ago, right? But that's where if you don't know somebody and they send you a message, that's where it's going to go, and vice versa, which is why me sending a message, if I'm your trainer, I don't initiate the chat. You need to initiate the chat with that other person and make that group message because you guys are friends and you can add me because we're friends, right? You're the connector. Now we all see the message when it comes through because we all have a mutual friend connection. Does that make sense? That's why the person that made the post is the one that has to make the group chat and add the trainer. That's the only way it works. Because if I'm just messaging somebody, like the chance that they actually see it, slim. And if I'm messaging people that I'm not friends with, Facebook is also going to clamp on that. I don't know what the limit is, but I've found it before. It's probably 20, right? And then you cannot initiate a new message. And then you're stuck commenting back, hey, shoot me a message when you see this. You're not in control anymore. You're not in control anymore. That's why the trainee has to create the message because they won't get locked down because they're creating messages with friends. Okay. All right, guys, look, it's 8:50. We got 10 minutes. I'm going to end in a couple minutes, but I want you to tomorrow, don't post tonight. Do not post tonight. Anytime we're posting social media algorithm wise, you want to get something out somewhere between 8:30 and 9 a.m. local or somewhere around noon. Why? Those are peak social media traffic times. That's when people are about to be in work, right? They're scrolling or they're leaving their job and lunch and they're sitting in their car and they're angry that they have to go back into work kind of thing, right? Those are peak times. If you post something tonight at 10:30, it's going to get buried. Post in the morning, 8 o'clock, right? Have someone make a post for you tomorrow. Go get 2, 10, 20 new shares on your actual current post. Make sure it's pinned. Go back and curate your Facebook. If you go back and look at your page and you've got like 8,000 recipes for like random things and all these other like random things you've posted that have never gotten any sort of engagement, just go hide it. You don't have to delete it. But if you click on it and you edit the privacy to only you, well, that means only you can see it. So you can save it for yourself if you really need that thing, right? But that way you clean up your social media. Okay. Remember, you're building a brand. You want it to be your calling card. All right. Goal for tomorrow is for everybody to have at least 5 new posts, right? A share or a new post from somebody, 5 new things that you can engage and start generating some traffic. Activity is everything, right? If there's no activity, we're kind of sitting around staring at each other. So we have to generate some new activity. We have to grow, right? Last month we were 23 by 22,000. Not terrible, but not great. Not by our standards, right? Last year in January, we were like 97 and almost 70,000 in premium. We're way off the mark, right? Way off the mark. But it's all activity. And if you know the premium and licensing and promotions, right, all start with recruiting, we got to get back there. We got to get back there. Those of you with RVP aspirations, 30 by 30, 2 months in a row and fully licensed, right? We got to get the growth happening organically. It has to be there. It has to be there. All right, guys, if you need anything, text me, right? Tomorrow, I have some appointments, but I'm around tomorrow. This weekend, I'm heading out. We have Marco Island this weekend. So Saturday after Emmy's football game, I'll be down in Marco Island. Sunday, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. So unless you're a Hawks fan, right? Don't talk to me, Haley, on Sunday.
Hey, no, I have one quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
So I was having that meeting with my sister yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and I realized my Zoom like shut off after 30 minutes. How do I fix that?
Oh, you're on the free Zoom account still. You need to upgrade to a paid Zoom. You can do it for the year. It's cheaper. You don't need like the big like business one. I think it's like $8 a month or something, or if you pay for the year, it's 100 something. I can't remember. But yeah, you need the paid version, and it won't limit you to a 40-minute appointment that way. Or if that happens, right, you just say, hey, hop back on. I don't know what happened. My internet glitched, and now you get another 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. I haven't used Zoom professionally before, so I wasn't.
Yeah, great
Um,
question. Great question.
and there was one other thing. And then at some point, even just during an orientation or something,
Mhm.
if you could walk me through how you set up your Calendly to ask all
Yep,
those questions.
absolutely will. I absolutely will. Great one. And then anything else, guys? There's actually, I think we've got either a YouTube or a slideshow presentation that has that built. I'll go find that and send that out.
There's a slideshow
Haley, if
somewhere.
you have that, will you send that out, please? Or
I
if
will
Can you
you
send
say
that
the
later.
times again you recommended, Noah?
say again.
Can you say the times again you recommended? I think you said two. I know you said 8 to 9, and what was the other one?
Yeah, so I mean, just think about when people are like either going into work or coming out of work, right? So early in the morning, 8, 9-ish, most people start work around 9, so posting around 8, 8:30, and then lunch-ish, right? So like 11:30, 12, somewhere around there. Those are your peak social media traffic times
Okay, thank you.
for posting something and getting something new up. The morning is the best one though. Morning is the best one. All right, guys, we're gonna shut this down. I'll get the recording out, and then everything will be there. If you need anything, let me know. Don't hesitate. Always here. All right, bye, guys.